Okay, what's up, y'all? It's Keith Hayden, author, podcaster, 21st century global citizen, whatever you want to call me. I do a lot of different things. But if you hear the wind out there, just ignore it. The wind has just been howling and gusting all morning over here. But anyway, this video is about Antarctica, why I'm going, and yeah, what I'm going to do to document the trip. So, little backstory about probably 3 years ago, my wife was like, "Hey, I'm trying to go to Antarctica," because she's one of those. She's trying to tick off like all the continents, right? So I was like, "Do you see the color of my skin? Does it look like I want to go to Antarctica?" We went back and forth, and then eventually I ended up caving, and I was like, "Okay, well maybe it might be a little cool." That's a joke. Like, it might be nice to go. And so we signed up in 2019. So for these types of expeditions, and they call them expeditions, no joke. These types of expeditions, they have to be done like a year in advance because there's like a small window that you can actually sail when it's not frozen down there. So we signed up in 2018 or 2019 to go in 2020, but we all know what happened last year with 2020. So obviously we did not go. It got canceled. And then we got moved. We got postponed to this year, so of December of 2021. So of course there was complications because we used to live back in the States. We used to live back in California. Now we live in Japan. So obviously the distance from here is a lot shorter where we were. So now it's a lot of complications getting flights and all that stuff. Bottom line is, your boy's finally going. And the first question I wanted to answer is, why are you going? Other than the stock answer you're going to hear in this video is, my wife told me to. My wife asked me to go, so I'm going. The other answer is, it is an interesting place. Obviously, I've traveled a lot. I don't talk a lot about my traveling because I typically kind of reserve that for like personal stuff. But I felt like this was like so different, and so there was a guy the other day, a friend that was like, what type of money they use down there. Like, it's not really a country. There's just a lot of different countries down there. He had all these questions, and I was like, well, bro, I don't know. But I guess we're gonna find out, right? So, yeah. So he was like, "Oh, that's a good opportunity to like document stuff and like." And I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing all this audio stuff. I've been a lot heavier on social media lately." So I was like, "What the hell? Might as well make this a part of it." So I wanted to bring you all on the journey with me. So not gonna have internet a lot down there, especially when we're actually on the cruise portion, because of course we have to travel down there to Chile. Point of departure is Punta Arenas. That's where we're going out of, and then there's a cruise that goes like sails down there, and then like a typical cruise, they have like shore excursions where you can get off at certain points and take pictures, look at the penguin, freeze your junk off, and then get back on the boat. They even let you do a polar plunge into the water. They show people like jumping in. I was like, why would I want to do that? I don't know. Anyway, it's like that, basically like a regular cruise, but it's a lot smaller and it's a little bit different. So, what will I do there? Besides whatever my wife asked me to do, I don't not really sure. She told me there's gonna be like briefings. I guess there's gonna be like stuff about like the climate change and the wildlife and the history and all that stuff. I was like, can't you just watch a YouTube video for that stuff? I don't know. Anyway, uh, we're gonna go see it in person, and it's gonna be different. But yeah, so it's will be a lot of different things to do down there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but if for nothing else, I am actually gonna use it as a trip to like as a vacation because ever since we got established here in Japan a couple months ago, I've been doing so much stuff. I've been recording a lot of stuff and doing podcasts. I've been writing. I've been learning web development. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. And then, of course, I still have a life here. I still got, a house to keep up and still want to hang out with my wife sometimes. And do all those extra things. So I want to have a life. I don't want to just be working all the time. So I am going to be taking a break. I'm going to be stepping back from my projects. I'm not going to be writing. I am going to have my laptop. I may do some web development stuff. I'm doing the hashtag 100 days of code right now, but I may let it lapse a day or two because I'm just going to put it on pause because, I'm just not going to have internet to do stuff. So I may still read some stuff, but I mostly plan on reading because, I'll have my Kindle with me, and then writing. I've got my log, my journal here, and I'm just going to take this little thing and this and this. This is all I need. So how can you keep up with the journey? I don't want to make this too long. Well, you can stay subscribed to this YouTube channel, or if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe here, Keith Hayden-author. You can subscribe right now. Or in the description below, I'm going to make sure I put links to my Twitter, my main Twitter, which is at @KH_author. That's where I'm going to be documenting all this stuff. And then Verbal. Verbal has been a new platform that I'm using. It's all about audio, and that's perfect for me because I love podcasting. Love hearing myself talk. So I've been recording a lot of stuff there. So there's going to be a travel thoughts playlist where you can find stuff exclusively about this trip. And then finally, I went back to an old staple, my website, keithhayden.net. I started up a blog on there specifically for this trip, y'all, because I don't know if you know, your boy's about to make history to be the second black man in Antarctica. And I say that with a giant asterisk. And the asterisk is, honestly, I don't know how many black men have been to Antarctica. There's probably several hundred. But when I Google search, do it right now, you will find one black guy that's been there, that's documented. And that's the first guy, back in 1941. The gentleman, George Gibbs, Jr. He was one of the first. He's a Navy veteran. Just an incredible story about how he was selected to get on to the original expedition, or one of the first expedition that was, well, not one of the first, but on one of these expeditions to go down there and document it back in the 1930s. And he got down there, and amazing story, amazing stuff. So, as usual, standing on the shoulders of giants when it comes to history. But here I am, and I'm actually gonna take pictures. I'm gonna do my best not to drop my phone in the freezing cold water. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna write stuff. I'm gonna try and take video too. Yeah, just because I realize it's kind of an exclusive type experience. Not a lot of people go down there. Not a lot of people have been down there. Of course, you can look at pictures online and videos online, but it's different when you experience it firsthand, as my wife likes to remind me. So, hope you enjoyed this message. I may not be posting as regularly just because, going to be traveling and going to be just on the... What is that? A noise out there. They're doing some type of construction on the road. Anyway, I'm going to be traveling, so not going to have internet access all the time, like I said, but I will be keeping my notebook handy, and yeah, I'll be down there to just see how it goes. So hopefully you like this video. Take a look at some of my other stuff on Verbal or on YouTube, and I will see you after I get back, or on the trip, I guess. It's going to be, obviously, I won't be able to upload in real time, but I'll upload them as quickly as I can, the videos. All right. Thanks for listening. And if you're listening to this on Verbal, or I'd say, let me rephrase that. If you're watching, thanks for watching. If you're listening on Verbal, thanks for listening. Appreciate you, and take care.